What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic kick butt day today so far. So guys, we have very exciting news. A lot of new stuff is going to be coming in this next update. If you guys were not aware, Brawl Talk was just recently announced, outlining all the major features that are going to be coming out. A new brawler, a bunch of new skins, a bow remodel, and really cool in-game features that we've been dying for, like Brawl TV and name changes. So we're going to be hopping into everything and what you can expect in this brand new update coming around the corner, probably within the next couple days, with an emphasis on Rose. Guys, we're going to be diving in deep to her mechanics, what you can expect. We can pull a lot away from this Brawl Talk with her mechanics. An 80% reduction to damage coming in with her super. Are you kidding me? So guys, let's hop straight away into it. Here we go. So guys, to start this video off, I want to really dive deep into picking apart Rose's mechanics. Believe it or not, from the Brawl Talk, we can get a lot of information, basically everything we need to know about Rose before we even start playing her. Now, before we get into every single detail about her that we can pull away, I want to speculate the green part of this next update coming around the corner that Frank alluded at in one of his most recent tweets. And I believe it is Rose's rarity. If you take a look at her mechanics, they're not super advanced or anything like that you would see from an epic brawler or higher. I believe she's going to be a rare or a super rare brawler, and the green would make sense that she would be a rare brawler. So quote your boy Ran that I'm leaning towards her being a rare brawler coming to this game, which if so, that'd be really cool, because we can all get our hands on her right off the get-go and really have fun with her mechanics, which are very cool, which we're going to be hopping into right now. Okay, so let's start off with the things that we can pull away right off the get-go that's nothing math related, that we don't have to dive in real deep on, and that is her health. So all the gameplay that you're seeing from the brawlers in the gameplay from the Brawl Talk, they're all maxed out. So Rose has a max HP of 7,000, which is pretty dang tanky. There's only a few other brawlers that have higher health than her inside of the game, which is Bull, Frank, and El Primo. But still, I feel like the super that she has is gonna make up for that most definitely. Guys, she takes a lot of reduced damage, which we're also gonna be getting into here shortly. Next, moving on to Rose's attack. Now, in the Brawl Talk, they're explaining that it was much like El Primo's, except a little bit wider, which is indeed true. However, there are other slight differences that I have to explain that I believe is going to make Rose's basic attack far superior to El Primo's. Now, if you break down El Primo's regular attack, he shoots out 4 jabs every single ammo bar that is expended, which does 504 damage each shot, which adds up to 2,016 total damage. Now, if you do the same thing for Rose, if you take a look at her basic attack, she jabs out 3 regular shots that deal 672 damage, which added up is going to be the exact same to El Primo's 2016 damage. Now you may be asking, why is Rose's attack better than El Primo's? Well, it's staggered out through 3 punches, so you have a better chance of dealing more damage. If you play with El Primo, sometimes you're not going to be able to land all 4 shots to deal that 2016 damage. It's going to be a lot easier to land 3 jabs as opposed to 4 jabs. So I believe Rose is going to be dishing out a lot more consistent damage than El Primo in the long run. Now, if you add up all of the attacks that Rose can do, she does a total of 6,048 HP, which is enough to 3-shot every single brawler in the game except some of the tankier units, like another Rose, a Primo, Frank, and Bull, and characters like that. But other than that, she's gonna be a menace. She does so much damage to other brawlers. Next, moving on to Rose's super, and guys, this is gonna be her coup de grace and what's gonna make her the tankiest brawler in the game, on top of the star power healing. But of course, not everyone is gonna be able to afford to max her out as soon as you get her. But guys, diving into the super, it is so incredibly good. Believe it or not, every single damage that she takes is going to be reduced by 80%. She only takes 20% of the actual damage that is coming in when her super is activated, and we can see this by the Bull. Bull in the gameplay from the Brawl Talk is dealing very minuscule damage to Rose while her super is activated. We can use that to gauge just how much damage reduction Rose has while her super is activated, which is pretty dang staggering. Guys, it's super good. So if we take a look at the mechanics of Bull, when he doesn't have any damage reduction or when he's also maxed out, he has 3 different amounts of damage. When he's maximum range, when only 1 shell lands, he deals 560 damage. If he's any closer to the target, if he's not right on top of them, he deals 1,680, and then if he's right on top of them, he deals 2,800. Now we see 2 different shots that land on Rose while she's activated her super in the Brawl Talk. A shot of 112 as well as 330 136. So the 112 is the maximum chip damage, the only one shell landing, and the 336 is the damage he's dealing when he's not right on top of the brawler but still fairly close, the 1680 damage when it's not damage reduced. So if we take those numbers and compare them to the actual amounts that he typically does when no damage is being reduced, Rose takes a grand total of only 20% of the damage initially being dealt. So she takes 80% reduced damage while she's in her super, which is crazy. That's incredibly mind-blowing. That is incredibly tanky, which is why Rose is going to be the absolute most tankiest brawler in the game, especially with her health along with her star power and the super on top of that. Don't take the health as kind of like the baseline guide of how tanky brawler is going to be. You also have to look at the mechanics. The star power is going to be incredibly tanky. It's going to be hard to kill her, as well as the super. Absolutely insane. Now, there are a few things that we have to kind of predict because we didn't get it from the Brawl Talk, and that is how fast she regenerates her super. We don't know how quickly she's going to get it because we don't have the super gauge in the Brawl Talk, but hopefully, possibly, somewhat like El Primo's, we'll have to see. But if she gets it quite often, it's going to be incredibly broken. And the final point that we're going to be covering about Rose's super is the duration that it's going to be activated, and that is a grand total of 7 seconds, which is crazy. 7 seconds of only taking 20% damage. If you can use your brawler to kind of soak up the damage for your team while your super is activated, that's going to be eating away a lot of ammo from the enemy team and things along those lines. It's going to be incredibly good. That is a lot of time to take reduced damage. And the final aspect that we have to cover about Rose's build is her star power, and that is she heals herself 300 HP every second while she's in bushes, which is so incredibly good for her character, guys. Baseline, she's a tanky brawler at heart. She has 7,000 HP. On top of that, with her super, she takes 80% reduced damage from all damage coming in while it's activated. And on top of that, she has a healing characteristic while she's in bushes. Guys, she's going to be the literal tank of the meta. She's going to be the best tanky unit in the entire game. It's going to be very, very hard to kill her. Now, there is one question that I have that we cannot interpret from the Brawl Talk, and that is, does she get interrupted when she's healing with her star power? Like, if she's taking damage from someone? I hope so, because if not, her star power is going to be so incredibly good. One big thing that all pro players keep an eye is how much damage each of their shot is going to take in order to kill a specific brawler. For example, like when you're playing with Mortis, your maximum Mortis is going to deal 1680 damage, and you need to keep a brawler in that shot range. So if you need to know if your attack is going to take out a brawler in 2 shots or 3 shots. And most definitely one thing that kind of botches that strategy is the healing elements inside of Brawl Stars, the Poco Heal, the Pam Healing Station, and now this. So if she's going to be able to heal herself while she's dealing damage when she's in bushes, is going to be incredibly OP. It's going to be hard to gauge how much damage it's going to take in order to kill Rose in the end if she's taking damage without interruption while she's in the bushes. This brawler seems pretty dang good, guys. I'm excited to get my hands on Rose, and if indeed she is a rare brawler, I'm sure you guys are excited to get her as well. So guys, that's basically everything that we could pull from the Brawl Talk about Rose, which is basically everything about her build. Only 2 questions that I have that we couldn't pull from the Brawl Talk is how fast she's going to recharge her super, as well as is the star power going to have interruptions when she's taking damage. I would like to know that, which we're going to be knowing here very, very soon. Whenever Brawl Talks come around the corner, it takes usually like 2 or 3 days before the actual update is dropped. So guys, be on the lookout for that, as well as stay tuned to this channel. I'm going to be covering everything in its entirety. You guys know I'm going to be having the dev build. We can go through every single thing about it before it lands. Hopefully we get a balance change as well. Let's get to everything else that is going to be coming out in this update that we can confirm from the Brawl Talk. Number 1, we're getting Bunny Penny for Easter, which is so incredibly awesome. Now, Penny has had 2 different holiday update skins, which is pretty dang okay, but I'd like to see other brawlers get skins as well. But she looks incredibly cute. I'm digging this one. Definitely going to be getting that. The other skin that we're going to be getting is Sheba Nita, another brawler that has plenty of skins, and the second holiday update skin that she's received, which I have no problem with. I feel like the skins on Nita are really, really cool because Bruce also gets the skins. But it's in celebration of the Japanese holiday Golden Week, which is really, really cool. We're celebrating different holidays and stuff like that. Hey, holidays are holidays. Give me the skins. I like them. And the final thing, which is quite possibly the most revered thing coming in this brand new update, New Brawler Rose? What the heck? Get that out of here. We're getting a bow remodel, baby. Guys, it's about time. It's basically a new skin coming to the game, and if you guys see it in the Brawl Talk, he looks so freaking awesome, and hopefully this push for the Brawler remodel is going to get more skins coming Bo's way. I'm very excited to see Bo skins. I think he's one of the coolest brawlers in the game now. Even beforehand, I thought Bo's character in general is very, very cool and unique in the game. I'd like to see more love being put into Bo. I want to see a skin. Some other really important changes is they made some modifications to Showdown, the teaming element inside of it, and that is the meteors will now focus people who are grouped together. So if there's a big group of people, meteors are going to be flying down on them like no tomorrow. So hopefully that might discourage teaming a little bit if you are opposed to teaming inside of Brawl Stars, as well as there is another element that they're implementing, and that is energy drinks as well as healing mushroom radiuses aren't going to be spawning next to people who are close together. So again, hopefully people who are being solo inside of Showdown, not teaming at all, will be able to utilize like the healing mushrooms and the energy drinks to put an end to the brawlers that are teaming in that game. Either way, teaming is still going to be probably a thing inside of Brawl Stars. I don't know if it's going to be ending it completely, but maybe kind of reducing it a little bit. We'll have to see. Next, moving on to some other in-game features being implemented inside of Brawl Stars, which I'm so incredibly looking forward to. The number one thing that I'm most excited for is Brawl TV. Guys, I've been flirting with this idea forever. It's something that I want to see inside of Brawl Stars for the longest time. It's much like Clash Royale with Clash TV over there, and something that I really liked about Clash Royale was that feature inside of the game. It really allows you to be engaged with the app and have fun inside the app while you're not playing. Maybe you don't have time to play and you just want to check out some pro players doing their thing in some games, maybe taking notes, seeing how they play. I think in general it's good for keeping retention and just having fun inside the game without playing or having to play, as well as it's a really good feature for studying and becoming better at the game, playing or watching people who are better than you and taking notes, see what they're doing differently from you, and hopefully improving your game in the long run. I'm really looking forward to Brawl TV. It's probably one of my favorite features coming in this next update. Now the next one is that we can change our name another time. If you guys have been following my channel very closely, I have a mini account. It's called Iron Man Ray, or Ray Iron Man, which that's its purpose, a mini account inside of Brawl Stars. So I'm most definitely going to be utilizing that. It's going to cost 50 gems for the first one. I don't know if it's going to increase in price after that, but I'm assuming you can change your name multiple times. We'll have to see. That's a really cool feature. I know a lot of people want to change their name inside of Brawl Stars. And the final feature that we're going to be covering in today's video, which I'm very, very interested in, is the training caves. So it seems to be just like a practice mode, as well as in the back of my mind, I'm not sure, is it a way to try out new skins before you purchase them? As you guys can see in the Brawl Talk, they're talking about Shiba Nita, or they're not necessarily talking about, they're just talking about the training cave, but it has try right next to it. But they do have Shiba Nita unlocked in the Brawl Talk, but I think that'd be a really cool feature to test out skins before you purchase them, so you can see the animations, what you're purchasing, you're seeing what you're getting before you're getting it. If so, that's really, really cool. So really looking forward to seeing that, as well as the new update coming around the corner. Guys, like I said before, it's going to be coming out in the next couple days, so stay glued to your screens, baby. I cannot wait for this update to come around the corner. Guys, update season is always the best season. Like I said before, there's nothing better when people are discussing one specific thing. I think that it brings a whole community together, which is something that I really, really like about the updates. But guys, make sure to tune into the channel. We're going to be covering in depth everything that's going to be coming out, the new skins, the new brawlers, the new mechanics being added into the game, like Brawl TV and things along those lines. I'm just really pumped up. Hopefully you guys are as well. Now, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to slap a like on it. I really appreciate that. Also, consider hitting that subscribe button down below with notifications on for all the update news coming around the corner. We would most definitely love to have you a part of the Ray fam. So guys, with that being said, make sure to keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.